Welcome to the magical world of Incredibox Abgerny, where 20 unique characters come together to create amazing music. Let's meet our musical friends. Meet Peter. He's a male pig, 15 years old. This energetic little guy is always ready for fun and games. Though he might get a bit sad when his friends leave, he keeps rocking that apple on his head. Talk about unique fashion choices. And now let's meet our feline friend. Next up is Carl. This playful cat is constantly looking for something to scratch or bite. But don't worry, he'd never hurt his friends. Give him a toy and he'll be entertained all day and night. Talk about dedication to his craft. Speaking of energetic performers, meet Z. This gentle bee brings the sweetest beats to our musical hive. Always greeting everyone with a friendly wave, she's proof that you can be both kind and cool. And true to her nature, she wouldn't hurt a fly. But not everyone in our crew is so gentle. Here comes Marvin. This sneaky snake might be hard to spot during the day, but when night falls, he's ready to strike with some serious beats. He likes to think he's the toughest one around. And with those rhythm skills, who are we to argue? Speaking of unique personalities, meet Frank. This funny frog might not be winning any genius awards with that 9100 smartometer, but he's got charm. He's a bit clumsy, and yeah, his favorite color is burger. Z's not his biggest fan since he occasionally snacks on flies, but hey, a frog's gotta eat. Now let's cool things down with... Let's chill with Paul. This cool polar bear knows exactly what he wants. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Rocking his signature scarf, he brings the smoothest effects to our musical mix. Talk about perfect temperature control. Speaking of showstoppers, here comes Ethan. This energetic elephant never misses a chance to steal the show. With moves that could light up a city and enough love to fill an ocean, he's always ready to bring those special effects that make everyone smile. Now for someone a bit more reserved. Meet Birdo. This independent bluebird likes to do his own thing. And who can blame him with those amazing sound effects? He might not be the most social performer, but sometimes the best artists need their space to create magic. Speaking of unique musical talents, here comes Shaun. Don't let that 14100 speedometer fool you. This snail knows how to get the party moving. With his personal speaker always at hand, he's proof that you don't need to move fast to drop some serious beats. Now let's meet someone who brings a different kind of energy. Let's welcome Amy. This shy axolotl might be cautious, but don't let that fool you. Her smile can light up the whole room. With gentle movements and caring nature, she brings her own special magic to our musical mix. Speaking of magical performers, here comes Vurr. This pink fox is taking music into the future with her glowing VR headset eyes. With a coolometer that's literally off the charts at 1,100, she's friends with everyone. And wait till you hear her melodies. Now let's meet someone who prefers the nightlife. Meet Barry. Don't let his 4100 cytometer fool you. This nocturnal musician can play his crystal xylophone like nobody's business. Who needs perfect vision when you've got perfect pitch? Plus, those echolocation skills come in pretty handy for keeping the beat. Speaking of solo performers, here's Wally. This lone wolf takes solo artists to a whole new level with that 9100 menometer. Sure, he might be a bit grumpy and prefer to work alone, but when you hear his melodies, you'll understand why we put up with his attitude. Now let's meet someone who's a bit more high maintenance. Time to meet Kori. This silver-loving chinchilla takes cleanliness to a whole new level with that 89-100 clean-o-meter. Just remember to wash your hands before petting. This fluffy melody maker doesn't compromise on hygiene. But trust me, her tunes are worth the extra hand sanitizer. Speaking of nighttime performers, here's Molly. This fascinating moth might be nocturnal, but she's not afraid to break the rules and pop up during daylight hours. With a special love for all things bright and shiny, she brings her own magical glow to our musical mix. Now let's meet someone who really lights up the room. And here's Rainbow Flower. Talk about spreading joy. With a joy-o-meter that's off the charts at 100,100, this colorful character brings pure happiness to every performance. They sing all day long and rest only when the stars come out. Now that's what we call a natural-born performer. Speaking of natural leaders, meet Juan. This golden goat is the one everyone looks up to, and with good reason. With a perfect 100-100 great-o-meter, he's always ready to solve any problem that comes up. When Juan starts singing, everyone knows they're in good hooves. Now let's hop over to our next performer. Hop along and meet Benson. This energetic bunny might not be much of a talker, but his vocals are something else. With a hop-o-meter of 102-100, he's always bouncing around between performances and snack breaks. Talk about a healthy work-life balance. And now for our resident comedian. Here's Barreto. This lovable grizzly might look intimidating, but he's actually our resident funny bear. With a good meter maxed out at 1,100, he keeps everyone laughing between songs. And those vocals? Simply unbearable, in the best way possible. And finally, there's one more member of our crew, though few have ever seen them. Last, but certainly not least, William. Or at least that's what some call them. This mysterious entity has been spotted during both day and night, though many claim they've never seen them at all. Some say they can transform the entire musical experience, but those are just rumors, right? And there you have it. All 20 incredible characters of Incredibox Abgerny. Which ones will you choose to create your perfect melody? Just remember, you might not be playing alone.